I'm here with Perry Denehy, athletic trainer with Tri-Health Sports Medicine at Sycamore High School, Ohio Athletic Trainers Association Hall of Fame class of 2012. Alright, we're going to start with the first question is, how did you first get involved with the OATA?
Ken Wolford, the head athletic trainer at Miami University, always stressed networking and being with other athletic trainers. So I think he forced us to join and start attending meetings, but I'm glad he did.
Awesome. What is the biggest change you have seen in athletic training?
I think the biggest change is we've shifted a focus from traditionally helping athletes and providing a service to worrying about reimbursement and revenue, unfortunately.
If you could change one thing in athletic training, what would it be?
I think the change still is along the line of recognition to continue to tell folks our value and what service we provide, and then let the bean counters worry about making money.
Do you have any pearls of wisdom for our young members?
Well, again, Ken Wolford always told us to expect the worst, hope for the best, and so I think I take that philosophy with surrounding myself with a good team, whether they're team physicians, local EMS, student athletic trainers. You really can't go wrong if you have a network of strong support.
What is one quote you are known for or a phrase that you have repeated throughout your career?
I'm going to let Lauren answer that because I don't know.
I would probably say that you would always say just to stay calm and go with what you knew instead of just to take a deep breath and go with what you, because you knew what you were doing instead of just going for it. So
I like that. All right. Stay calm. Maybe I invented that t-shirt, stay calm.
Maybe that's
Calm athletic trainer.
What are your favorite memories from being involved in the OATA?
Would always be the state meetings where you get to sit down and have lunch or drink with other athletic trainers from around the state. And, some of the things we do are the same, but it's always great to hear their side of life and their suggestions and tribulations.
What's the biggest challenge you've seen or experienced in your career?
The recognition that we can provide service similar to physical therapists, paramedics. We're needed. We do a great job. We often don't pat ourselves on the back enough.
What is the best part of being an athletic trainer and being involved with the OATA?
Well, it definitely keeps you young because you're surrounded by young, energetic athletes and their families. A lot of high emotion, a lot of spirit. Let's go with that.
Okay. What does it mean to be an athletic trainer to you?
I think being an athletic trainer is it's hard to define any one thing that we do because we don't. So when we try to explain it is what that we do, I think people just need to realize it varies from day to day, from patient to patient, and we have that much resource available to us.
Looking back, would you change something about your career? And if so, what would it be and why?
Absolutely not. I really reflect back. Things have worked out very well. I've been very blessed.
Were you an author, creator, or inventor of something? And if so, what is it and how did it come about?
Well, what I thought of was when I saw Jeff Schultz from Troy High School show up in an old ambulance, I immediately said, I have to have one of those. So I really am a firm believer that we have to be prepared, we have to be equipped, and I think that accomplishes we're able to keep our supplies and equipment readily available if we need them.
Tell us how you got interested in athletic training and give us a brief synopsis of your career.
Well, it really goes back to a high school basketball coach asking me if I would help tape up the ankles of his basketball team, and From there, took a couple courses, the Miami workshop, of course, and from that point, wasn't quite decided on my career. Both my parents were teachers. At the time, athletic trainers were encouraged to be teachers, so it just seemed that's the way my life was intended. And finishing up at Miami, luckily having one job interview at Sycamore High School, and I've been there for 32 years, so it's a pretty simple story there.
Please describe a typical day for you when you were a college student compared to your first job compared to now.
Well, being a college student, I always thought compared to my roommates, I'm getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning because I have training room hours or being in the classroom. After class, had to go to cover practices, probably miss dinner, and then at night, maybe trying to get some work done and then start all over again. And for the most part, they were in bed or staying up late at night having a great social life. So I think it prepared the work ethic that athletic trainers needed to be. And my first job, I was teaching, so that a lot of preparation involved with that. Being in the classroom, and the after school was really kind of what to look forward to, that was sort of the break of the day. Even though the hours were long, certainly was a great environment to be. So the change has really been, and now that I've retired from teaching, I find myself having the mornings to really just pick something, and I haven't done a great job of really getting a routine established. I'm still kind of checking out what I'd like to do. I've learned how to play the banjo. I try to work out a little bit more in the morning, or I like to travel and go out and have something to eat. So I think maybe I'll just keep with that and not worry about anything really structured.
How much was your first salary?
Mason High School, home of the Mighty Comets, with all the resources and 4,000 high school students now, paid me $10 a game to travel home or away as a student at Miami University to be their athletic trainer. So I kind of laugh at that early beginnings for both Mason sports medicine and for my own career.
And how did you document things during your first job?
Documentation, I wrote things down, and believe it or not, I now have children of former students at Sycamore. We had an injured football player with a thigh injury. Something sounded familiar. I went back in my box of old stuff. His father was treated for the same injury as a football player as the son, and apparently the dad was giving the son a hard time about kind of being soft and always in the training room, and I was able to give that form to take home and show his dad that, who's now the president of the school board. So things go around, karma, whatever you want to call it.
Would you please explain how your practice or philosophy has changed throughout your career?
Well, probably I would say on the scientific, legal, that even though athletic trainers do great things and we're nice people, we still need to be worried that somebody may not like us, or we might do something that would offend somebody. So you really need to protect yourself on making sure that you follow your ethics, you document, just in case that rare instance where you might be called out and unfairly, but you still have to defend yourself.